have some important facts about COVID-19 vaccines to share with you.
We're happy to report that about 50% of the worldwide Bethel family have been vaccinated so far.
More than 80% of our worldwide Bethel family
Heard a lot of negative information about vaccination. I was frightened.
Vaccinated.
harmful, vaccinated,
Vaccinated.
As many new cases and deaths.
Vaccinated.
My name is Jana,
My name is Curtis.
and this video is not about the kinds of medical treatments we think anyone should take, but rather just showing how the Organization of Jehovah's Witnesses talk out both sides of their mouth and why it led to us actually leaving the organization. So this is a brief summary of part of our story. Notice there was a lot of talk about unity, but when we looked around, we didn't see that.
Of Romans is really about unity. It's a marvelous example of how to break down barriers, how to break down prejudice.
Now, hold on, just wait a second. Let's read this text message from a pioneer. Special pioneer is obliged to ask before they meet people about their vaccine status. Directed by Bethel to only be with fully vaccinated people. Is that breaking down barriers?
How to break down prejudice.
No, Curtis, it doesn't. This reminds me of the time in summer 2021 where a sister threw a party but asked every guest their vaccination status. And when only the vaccinated showed up because everyone else was offended, she said that God had a hand in her party. But if you think that's bad, I think we should take a look at this.
Okay, what was that?
Yeah, that was a disaster. Let's take a closer look. So on January 6th, an elder in our hall sent this email out asking people to update their disposable power of attorney cards. But as well as asking this, he also asked for something peculiar. Oh yeah, vaccination status. Not to mention asking for name or at least initials, age, gender, date of diagnosis if you had COVID, and the method that you used to diagnose yourself.
So, we thought we had some questions to ask, like, how is this personal information being stored? Where is it being stored? Who is responsible for this information? Who has access to this information? How will this information be used and disclosed?
Hey, those are all the questions we asked.
Oh yeah, why don't you pull those up so everyone can see them?
You got it. So this is the email we sent 3 days later. And these are all the questions that you just asked.
Yeah, they didn't really like those questions, did they?
You know, I don't really think they did. That's probably why we didn't hear from them for a long time. Instead, we waited and waited and waited.
Well, they did get back to us, but only after somebody told on you for posting scary and dangerous information.
Let me pull that right up. This is the post that caused a lot of drama. Scary, I know.
Whoa, okay, chill out. Ironically, it just turned out to be information from their own articles.
I ended up getting questioned by many friends, but even when I pointed out that what I had posted was from a watchtower, they didn't care.
Wrong.
I received a lot of messages just like this from different people, but I think that could be a whole other story. So let's move on. Once the sister found out which hall we were in, she contacted the elders right away, and then they finally emailed us.
So we asked the elder that emailed us if he had all of the questions we had originally asked. And just to be sure, we sent them all again. When we eventually did meet with the elders, it became quite clear that they had no intention of answering any of our questions. What did become apparent is that they only wanted to threaten us if we kept posting things of that nature that we would lose all of our friends.
Now, to be fair, I did post other things that people found even more offensive. Especially this one. But for the sake of this video, for simplicity and for length, we aren't going to talk about everything we discussed in the elders meetings, maybe in a different video. We are going to focus on what happened regarding the collection of medical information. And what happened after this initial meeting where they threatened us and also told us that our questions were pointless was pretty interesting. The first thing they did was remove our ability to comment on the Zoom meetings. They then had us meet with 2 elders in person, but they didn't answer any questions. Instead, they just got really angry. Take a listen for yourself.
Answer those questions that he emailed me on Tuesday or whenever.
Yes, that would be great. That's what we've been waiting for, yeah.
All right.
What's the first one?
So your first question was collection of vaccine information requested by and confidentiality laws in Ontario.
Yes.
So the confidentiality laws in Ontario are fine. We don't have to get into confidentiality. What I asked you was, he was letting you know what the society was directing our brothers and sisters. If you have COVID, to come forward and let the brothers know.
No, that's not what the email said.
Well,
It
I don't know what
actually said-
I don't know what he sent you, but I asked him just to get some
I have it in the
clarification.
Now let's be clear here. These elders already knew what was in the email we were talking about because they already were sent it. I can only assume that they were playing dumb.
Why are we done if we have it so that we can all be on the
Why?
same
He
page?
asked a question, I'm answering his question.
But it's hard to answer a question if you don't actually know what
Okay.
happened.
You know what? This is
We're
gonna
not
be
doing
over.
that.
So-
We're not going anywhere. We're not going
The
anywhere.
email states that he was taking a collection of people's names, genders, age, whether they had COVID, what they were tested with.
If they had
And
COVID.
yes, if they had, I'm not finished. If they had COVID, what method they used as testing and their vaccination
you
status.
listen to me. That came from the branch, and
Right.
it was just saying, if you encounter somebody who has
No,
it.
that's not what it said. I'll go get it. One second, brother.
So at this point, Jana had gotten up to go to the car to get a physical copy of the email. I tried to keep them at the table as long as I could talking, but they weren't interested and they got up and left. So we tried to continue the conversation in the parking lot.
So do you know what
So this is what I was talking about. It says the information being requested is your name, age, gender, size, date of
That's
birth.
writing with giving you the information. This is John's information. Okay?
It doesn't matter. It's
No,
not-
yes it is.
So
No,
the
listen
method
to
of
me.
diagnosis and your vaccination.
Listen,
And it
I
says
have
that
the original
yes,
document. Will you be
It
quiet
says
for
that
2
the
seconds?
information will be given to the CO.
She's trying to read it to you.
I don't need her to read it to me.
You know what, guys?
We'll give the information to the CO. And I requested information about all the different stuff. And
Like
also,
Jenna, does it say give me your name and date of birth and all this
Yeah,
stuff?
it does. It says-
Not your name.
it says name right here, brother. It says name, age, gender, date of diagnosis, method of diagnosis, and vaccination.
Or at least
to be
initials. What
forwarded
does
to
that
the
mean?
CO.
Just initials. We don't
It doesn't matter.
They don't
I'm
really
asking
care.
why the information is being shared.
Because they want to know, is it safe for the brothers?
Okay, and
Because
where's
how
it
many
stored?
people? It's not stored anywhere.
Well, if
All
your
the-
intake, no, that doesn't follow Ontario laws.
Okay, you know what? Sue us.
But what we really did next was just talk to the CO.
We met him in the Kingdom Hall parking lot.
We've met with the elders twice. And how are you?
Good, how are you?
Give us an answer for a lot of things, so so we're just kind of curious what's happening. I mean, it started with I think the first meeting was an email that they were collecting information, and then after that I had lost my job, who was an elder in another hall after we had met with the elders.
Oh yeah, and after starting to ask questions, for some reason Kurt's boss, who was also an elder in a different hall, suddenly fired him. For no reason. But again, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned that.
He just
What?
totally called him up and said, or didn't even call him up, just gave him a text message, and we have 3 kids.
Yeah.
So I think there's like some talking going on. It's
And
not
then we
very
also,
appropriate.
then also our commenting was taken away. But even before that, our commenting was taken away. We weren't told why our commenting was taken away. And we asked why. We weren't given an answer.
Yeah.
We met with the elders twice. We met with.
Okay.
But
So we're just curious. It all started off with this email of collecting information that you'd requested and sent to us.
it says you've been requested to advise the circuit overseer if anyone has contracted COVID-19 or tested positive for it. And then it says that this is the information being requested: name, age, gender, date of diagnosis, method of diagnosis, vaccination status.
Correct.
So we just simply asked these, I think, 6 questions. Or what objective is it being done? Is this personal information even required to meet those objectives? How is this personal information being stored? Where is it stored? Who's responsible for it? Who has access to it? How will this information be used and disclosed? And why don't we have any information on that?
Well, that's the information that the branch asked. So for the name, it's just the initial, first and last name. So we don't have your full name. A number of the names I received, because I know the congregation, so I kind of know maybe who got COVID, but I mean, the branch don't even know people's name or full name. But it's just to keep in the database how many people were affected.
So, so where is it stored and who?
At the
has
branch.
access to it?
At the branch.
Wait. Didn't the elder say something different?
It's not stored anywhere.
So could be that Brooklyn may have access to it.
Well, who has access and who's responsible for the information?
Well, the branch has it, so the elders, they know.
But the branch could be like.
I guess we would have to contact maybe the legal department of the branch.
They could probably give you an answer to what they do with the info.
Okay.
We'll tell you what to think.